Thanks, Jeff. Started out the week good with a win on the road at Northwestern. That was one of our goals. The continued goal of ours is to try to continue to play better on the road. Into the weekend, a lot of rain on Friday, kicked the game to Saturday. Did a great job of taking the momentum of a weekend, especially on the front end of a doubleheader that you want to do. Disappointing thing is we gave the momentum back to our opponent for the rest of the weekend. So we got to do a better job of once we get the momentum, learn how to keep the momentum on our side, not give it to somebody else. In this business, again, you can't pick and choose the games you win or the games you lose. But the one thing you can pick and choose is your attitude and your ability to respond to what has happened to you. So that's what we're going to stay focused on and try to get this team to understand that. Last year's team became very good at the end of the season because they were able to learn how to come back. And that's what we have to learn how to do with 5 new guys in our lineup, is to be able to come back. We got to fight for some more consistency as hitters. Continue to try to make better in-game adjustments. In the games that we have dropped, we haven't pitched up to our ability. So those are the things that we've got to focus on. We don't have a whole lot of turnaround time. Tomorrow we'll head to LSU, and then our week will be moved up to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because of Easter. Glad to see that we finally got that changed and able to play on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so that's nice. That I think will be my first Easter Sunday off in 30 years. So that was nice that our conference finally worked that out so our players and our families can be together on Easter Sunday. Open the floor for questions you might have.
This is kind of a follow-up to what I was asking you yesterday about the emotion thing.
Yeah.
Is it okay, do you think, for a team to just have a very business-like approach and stick with that if it's successful, or even if they are successful at some point, do you have to inject an element of emotion in there?
Well, I think that goes according to the personalities of your club. Every year you're going to have different personalities on your team. I use the example of Jace Conrad. That's going to be somebody that's going to be through the roof, but yet a Kyle Clement is very, very calm. And so every team's going to bring different energies, different level of personalities. I think this team's personality, they don't have a lot of what Jace had. Doesn't make them a bad team. That's their personality. And I think if we pitch better, we keep momentum on our side, and we got 5 new guys in the lineup that are trying to learn Division I baseball. I think that's more of an issue than any other issue that we have. Again, our pitching staff is supposedly veteran-y, but they're still sophomores. They're just sophomores. So they're still continuing to grow a little bit too. So you got to, I think, mold around your personalities. It's tough to make somebody Jace Conrad. It's tough to also take a Jace Conrad sometimes and get him down. They both on each side of the spectrum, but I think that's just their personality, and we'll have to work within it. We're continuing to try to, like we do each year, is try to get some new guys to lead and continue to come forward. We need some new guys to grow and continue to move forward. And learn to be able to just the ability to come back. In this business, like I said, you're going to win a third and lose a third. I mean, you can't stop it no matter how good you are. The difference maker is what do you do with that last third? The last 2 years, that's the one thing that they were very good at. They were very good at coming from behind. Even the Omaha team, as good as a team they were, people forget they lost 9 games in a row. I mean, but yet they were able to come back after that and have the ability to respond. And I think that's what you want in our business, because, again, the team that's going to win the Major League Baseball World Series will probably have lost 50 to 60 times. So he's the world's greatest at what he does, but 50 to 60 nights he went home a loser. So I don't really believe that they were good at winning. I think they were good at coming back from losing. And I think in this profession, just like in your own personal life, man, you can't control what happens to you, but the one thing you can control is how you respond to it. And that's what we want to try to teach these kids. Last year's team got it, and then it helped them so much. They got dumped in the first game of a regional and won it on the road. They got dumped in the conference tournament game 1 and won that. but they were able to learn how to respond and how to come back. And that's what this team needs to learn how to do. And we got a chance to do it tomorrow at LSU. And that's what we need to do, is learn how to come back from losing.
With Friday's game being pushed to Saturday, and then this week going a day early,
Yeah.
does that affect your rotation, or
Not really.
Specifically Gunner?
Not really. I think you got a built-in excuse, just like the doubleheader at rain Friday, or a built-in alibi. I mean, there's no alibi here. I think we'll be fine. Gunner's turnaround time should be good. His pitch count wasn't real big. So I think he'll be fine.
What did you do or say to have the Eastern thing taken care of? Did it come to a vote, or what?
Yeah, it came to a vote, and I guess when you guys in the league, the voting eventually changed. Their biggest worry, I guess, some of them, was that it could cost a little extra money, and you could miss a couple of days, an extra day of class or something. But like I tried telling them, the guy you're doing it for died for you. So I don't understand why a day of class or some cash is that important. But so we finally got it through.
We got time for 3 more.
Wyatt, after 2 straight rough starts, how do you keep his confidence up while
Well, again, he's just a sophomore, so what you got to do in pitching is you got to stop him from running to the safe side of the plate, and get back in there and pitch to contact. A lot of times what pitchers do is they run from contact when they get a little unsure of themselves, and he just has to get back in there and pitch to contact. I think if he can do that, I think he'll be okay.
How does Evan match up with LSU?
I think good. He's a 3-pitch guy. You saw this weekend when guys got off speed over the plate, they were better pitchers. Hitting's real simple. They want to knock out variables and get it down to one thing. If they have to look for a curveball, if they have to look for a changeup, if they have to look for a fastball located at both sides of the plate, and then look for that fastball up and down, it's too many variables for them to handle. And so when you knock out variables, and that's what's kind of happening to Wyatt, they're not sitting on but one thing. His fastball, both sides of the plate's not commanded right now. He wasn't locating the slider or the changeup, so it knocked all his variables out. So, man, somebody's going to get very good when they know one thing's coming. So, but I think he matches up good. This will be good for us, again, because we've got, the 5 new guys that are with us in the lineup to be in a different setting now, to be able to play LSU and play in a different setting. We need that for growth. So I think that'll be good. But I do think Evan matches up good.
Do you go into this thinking about high likelihood we see these guys again, or do you not even think about it?
Well, the way we go into it every year when we play them is to use the venue and the setup as to teach them the feel of what a regional kind of is going to feel like. That's what we do. Most of the time where they're at, they're going to be a regional team. So, you get a chance to go into a tough venue. That's the only way you get better in this business, is go into tough venues and get tough. And so I like it every year to go down there, because it's tough for me I talk about it to the team, but it's hard to invite, 10,000 people to practice and put some pressure on Evan Guillory to pitch in that, or maybe Hunter Castles to, make a backhand and throw a runner out with 2 outs and runners at second and third. I can't design that at practice, but this helps me get it. And we try to use that so that down the road when we come back to it again, if we meet one of our goals, then we've seen it before, they've been in it before, and it helps us prepare for it the second time.
Just going to ask you a little bit about this being the Wally Pontiff Classic.
Yeah.
What that means.
Well, we always play in it. I'm so glad that Mr. Pontiff continues to call us. They use the funds for their son, in their foundation, and it kind of hits home with me. I watched my mom and dad, bury a child. I lost a brother when I first got here, trying to turn this around, and we went through his death, and it was a very tough time for me and a very tough time for my family, and I kind of realized in the backside of it, kind of why the good Lord sent me here to help my parents through that difficult time. And so I watched them go through that, and I can imagine how much pain they went through. I saw pain that you never want to see on your parent's face. And for us to be able to go there and help take the pain off somebody else is really, I think, an honor and privilege for us. And we've been the biggest moneymaker for them. So I'm glad that has occurred. And I'm sure it's very difficult on them every time they do the tribute to him every year up on the Jumbotron, you know, to see their child again like that. So it's got to be difficult. But it's an honor and a privilege for us to go there and play in it.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.